Zinedine Zidane would only join Manchester United if two conditions were met, according to a former teammate. Breaking news. According to report, after summer transfer market closed, Zinedine Zidane is pre-raring to join Old Trafford. Austin claims Zidane should replace Amorim. What United need right now is structure. Former Premier League forward Charlie Austin has opened up on Manchester United and their downfall under manager Ruben Amorim. Amorim has picked up just 28 points from 29 Premier League games he's managed, and now after the cup upset many have predicted who may take over if he does depart, the role that seems to be cursed. Speaking on Sky Sports, Austin weighed in on the subject which many fans are discussing at the moment as the club continue to be winless this campaign. If it's my decision, I am going after Zinedine Zidane. I'm trying to convince him to come to Manchester United. Shouldn't need doing, but at this moment in time, you do. Ultimately, though, there is a different set of managers that you have got to be looking at because of the situation that United are in. It's been for years since we last saw Zidane sitting on the bench of a football team. He left Real Madrid for the second time on May 27, 2021 and has been linked with a number of jobs since as he takes a break from the beautiful game. Zidane would bring stability. Austin, however, is clear that Zidane is the man for the job even if the Frenchman turned down over €100 million from Saudi Pro League side Al Hilal to manage a single season. I would take Zidane, but is he the right man for the job at Manchester United, as we speak at the moment and how we see them? Probably not. My honest opinion is that you have to look at the jobs that Sean Dyche has done at Burnley, what he did at Everton. He stabilised the club, at least he is going to put structure in there. What Manchester United need right now is structure. That is something they do not have. Amorim is desperately trying to make it work, but no matter what he does at the moment, it does not seem to work out. His future may depend on a result this weekend against a Burnley side who will smell blood after United's Grimsby defeat. Zinedine Zidane's three-word verdict on Man United job amid Ruben Amorim pressure. Zinedine Zidane has been out of management since leaving Real Madrid in 2021 but has been linked with the Manchester United job amid Ruben Amorim's struggles that two demands Zinedine Zidane will make if he is asked to take over from Ruben Amorim at Man United. The France icon has been out of work since parting ways with Real Madrid in 2021. Zinedine Zidane would only join Manchester United if two conditions were met, according to a former teammate. Zidane, 53, has been tentatively linked with the Man United head coach's job for some time, but as things stand, Ruben Amorim remains in charge of the Red Devils despite a tough start to life at Old Trafford. The Portuguese has picked up just 28 points from 29 Premier League games he's managed, with the latest disappointment coming against Fulham on Sunday, as United drew 1-1 at Craven Cottage. The draw did allow the Red Devils to register their first point of the 2025-26 Premier League, meaning they are 16th in the league after 2 matches. And despite welcoming 4 players, Benjamin Sesko, Diego Leon, Mateus Cunha and Brian Mbeumo, Amorim's side, so far, have not looked much better than they did in the previous campaign, during which they finished 15th in the Premier League as well as losing the Europa League final against Spurs. And for now, at least, Amorim's job appears to be safe despite his side's consistently poor performances and results. But results must improve sooner rather than later, or Amorim's position could be under threat. Several names, such as Crystal Palace head coach Oliver Glasner and former England manager Gareth Southgate, currently lead the odds to become Man United's next manager. Meanwhile, Zidane, who is out of work, is joint 5th favourite alongside Fulham boss Marco Silva and Aston Villa head coach Unai Emery. And if Zizou were to take charge of United, he would require 2 conditions to be met, according to former France teammate Emmanuel Petit. Speaking in 2024, Petit said, "I'm not sure that he speaks very good English as well. And communication is very important in the dressing room. Honestly, I know a little bit, Zizou, Zidane, and he needs to get guarantees if he wants to sign over there in Manchester United." At the moment, the environment at Manchester United for years has not been good. The stability of the bench, the level of the players as well, the expectation of the club is not the same that it used to be. Petit added, "United is still a huge club, but not on the pitch anymore. And Zizou is very conscious and very careful about that, the quality of the players. At the moment, when you look at the team, I'm not convinced at all about the level of some players. If he takes the job at Manchester United, that means he's got solutions. Zidane has been without a managerial role since leaving Real Madrid, where he won 3 Champions Leagues and 2 La Liga titles in 2021, but has been heavily linked with the soon-to-be vacant France job as current head coach Didier Deschamps is due to step down from the role following the 2026 World Cup. Odds slashed on next Man United manager after poor start to the season as 2 frontrunners emerge. Ruben Amorim has endured a tough first 9 months in charge of Manchester United. 2 frontrunners have emerged to replace Ruben Amorim if he is sacked by Manchester United following a torrid first 9 months as Red Devils head coach. Amorim, 40, first took charge of Man United on November 1 as Erik ten Hag's successor at the club. The Portuguese came with a glowing reputation, having led Sporting CP to 3 Primeira Liga crowns and 2 Taça da Ligas in 4.5 seasons at the Lisbon-based club. However, things have not gone as well as the 40-year-old would have anticipated since arriving at Old Trafford. United finished a record low 15th in the Premier League in 2024-25, as well as losing 1-0 against Spurs in the Europa League final back in May. And despite welcoming 4 signings, Benjamin Sesko, Diego Leon, Mateus Cunha and Brian Mbeumo to the club, the start to United's 2025-26 campaign has been disappointing. The Red Devils have earned just 1 point from 2 games this term, having lost 1-0 against Arsenal before drawing 1-1 at Fulham on Sunday. Amorim has now taken charge of 29 Premier League matches since arriving at United, with his side picking up just 28 points in the English top flight, returning an appalling 24.7% win percentage. On Monday, while speaking on The Wayne Rooney Show, former Manchester United forward and club record goal scorer, Wayne Rooney, explained how he felt Amorim no longer has time for excuses this season. There are no excuses now for the manager this season, Rooney claimed. He's got to start getting results and get the results quickly, because once you start getting into October and November, if the results don't change drastically, then that's where the pressure comes. And there are no suggestions at this current time that United are considering their head coach's position, but if results don't improve, the pressure, like Rooney said, will begin to mount.